news on the weekend confirmed what many in the footballing community had been predicting for the past few weeks. Glenorchy Knights coach Nick Harrison was let go, and we started by asking President Zac Baltic what brought about the move.
Results. Simply, it's difficult for the club like Glenorchy Knights to be sitting on the bottom of the table at the end of the first round. Committee looked at it hard and looked at different options, and keeping Nick on the job, but eventually the thing is, if we waited any longer, it would have been very, very difficult for anyone to step in or find somebody that want to come in and take the bottom side on, and probably even difficult to probably poach a couple of players. And the committee made a decision. It was unanimous that changes need to be made, and obviously we decided on Thursday night that changes will be made, and we were going to make a decision on Saturday after the game, regardless of the result. And I rang Nick today to sit down with him and talk to him, but the decision was made that he will be sacked. That was his wish. He was offered to resign, but that he took that off the table, and unfortunately we did offer him to stay within the club, not in coaching capacity, but possibly coming on to the committee. We still believe he's passionate and generally wants the good thing for the club, and I hope he does take that offer. Give him a couple of weeks to settle down and all things consider, and hopefully come to the club and help in.
Incoming coach Ahmed Abdeltam has already had his expectations spelt out for him.
Expectations are of him to keep us out of the relegation for this year. The next year, the position will be advertised again, and committee obviously, or whoever's on the committee is going to make that decision who's going to be coach for the next year. But this year, his job is to keep the Knights above the bottom above the bottom team and keep us in the Premier League, and that's what expected of him.
Given that there have been other coaching movements in the past couple of months, we asked Zac who had been considered.
I've talked to two. We had 5 coaches on the list.
Can you tell us who's on the list?
On the list was Amond, Farrell Shaw, Parker, Chris Hay, and Ahmed, obviously. I spoke to Chris as well, but Chris doesn't believe he's going to be in the country for the last 2 months of the season, so he declined, but he did offer to help. Farrell Shaw, I've made an appointment to talk to him, and 20 minutes after he sent me a text message, which I still got on my phone, that he's quite happy to stay with Beachside for the rest of the season, and happy to talk next year. Aymond also was, I went and spoke to Aymond. Aymond was interested, but committee decided to go with Ahmed.
The departure is sure to be bittersweet for Harrison, and he leaves Glenorchy Knights in 6th place on the table.